You know Gushers are also made by Betty Crocker? No one else seems to notice that. I sure didn't. It's the only merchandise of hers I trust anymore. Ah, I hate those things. You what? Jane, no! Gushers are the food of the gods. After all, I'm a god and I eat them, and my logic is undisputable. They're terrible! They're teeth rotting candy with that strange mystery goo in the middle. Is there even a company left to inherit after all this mess I'm discovering them? That's what makes them exciting. The mystery is part of the experience. Besides, I'm not sure we have to worry about cavities anymore. The point is gushers are awesome, they make a little birthday present, and that is all there is to say no matter. Oh, Jake! Fancy seeing you here? Uh, it looks like you guys have a lot of catching up to do, so I'll leave you to it. Bye. John, you craven girl, don't you quit me like this! Oh god, come baby creeps. Jack? Oh boy. I should apologize to you for everything from the past few days and some of the things for the past few months. And what a few days it's been. Technically, it's been what less than 24 hours, but it feels like the whole affair's gone on for years unresolved. And in that time, I've both done things and had time to think about that. And oh, Jane, it's quite alright. I mean, what a couple of brainwashings and impromptu druggings and sucker punchings and kidnappings and stabbing between friends, I'm right. Look, it's totally understandable that all that went down, and I mean the circumstances were outside of anyone's control, were not. It's not big deal at all. Despite looking like a desperate public fool during all the discussion in their jail, I really meant I was sorry, honest. I was being a regular old baboon's backside, and you were probably well within your right to let me have it. I would have just continued going on running amok and doing a number of Jet's planets if you haven't brought me down and all and kept the world doomed aligned but running without an eye. But hey, it's all settled down now and we can go back to being friends and not sinning or doing such horrible things to others, alright? Friendship, it's great. Jake, you don't have to say all of that. I'm fully prepared to assume culpability for my actions, and starry-eyed but hollow promises of matrimony and threats to fulfill said promises were affected our friendship. I will just have to deal with the consequences. But I did as I did and said as I said. You don't have to forgive me for it. So if you have a genuine grievance with me, just let me out already. I've certainly done my fair square of thinking awful words. Well, yes, you're not off the mark there. Both times you did the spectacular pirouette of your workers, so to speak, to be quite honest and completely frank. There's where thought I had. Not 100% directly at you, but perhaps involving you. And I need to get those and all the others off my freaking chest at some point, or else my unconcerned brain will not cease to torment me about them. Now, if I am to speak anything but the complete and bald-faced truth at this moment, may whatever deity is watching over this godforsaken events, striking me down in a sweetly dramatic and ironic manner, I'll be thinking to myself, what in the world is that? I don't know, but it's so October. Let me go find my goddamn guns already and deal with it. Hey there. You did pretty well with the whole coldest thing. Thanks. Attempting to boost my self-confidence on a regular basis now, are we? Put those eyeballs away. There's nothing untoward happening here. Nothing untoward, you say? Nothing in an unplatonic sense? Haha. Are you freaking kidding me? We're no life and death situation here. The sky could sweet horrible fate death on us at any moment, dooming us to a sadly temporary demise followed by even more of that of haste to others and equally half-assed attempts at talking about our feelings. Or would I be eating on you in the circumstances? We have another time for that. And how do you keep making those faces when we talk in person? You must be doing better if you can mess with my head again this easily. Your head is just very easy to mess with, but don't take it the wrong way. Despite the alarming rate of which we are working through various issues, to paraphrase Dave, for that noise, these man games are strictly platonic for the foreseeable future, but for what it's worth, the beginner speech you gave was a real pick-me-up. Drinking. Good. Don't make me wipe around another one of our next phase of the plan. Okay, fine. I'm not a regular anymore. I'm 7 years old. But excuse me, my attempts at raising more. I will take my sincere concern over my minor handful of surviving teammates and go. Alright then, you're excused. Ah, you're really pushing the borders of platonic antagonism here. I hope you know that. Okay, okay, take it easy. You always get so worked up over nothing at all. At the risk of provoking your pure sarcastic response to this, excuse me, I'm just feeling your hair stressed out now, is all. When I want to stress. For the record, I've just extracted myself from a solid romantic affair. Oh, you too. So you and Dave finally broke it off? I'm not broken. You were such a good couple. No, but rest assured, I found that job was fucking hilarious. I'm just rolling on the floor with my ass in the process of detaching itself from the unadulterated quality of the joke. I'm talking about him. You know I will not have cognition if you actually say his name, right? Well, I might. I talked to him, and he was even further out of his broken seat that when he was fresh off his murder spree. And going on humbling words of a serial killer while circling around the meteor and probably planning to slaughter Earth. The lunatic doesn't have a thing to say for himself and does not rethink a word of any of this nonsense. For all I heard, he'd be willing to take the dark carnivorous nightmare carousel around for another rushing spin. I may have stepped in metaphorical droppings of this plastic terror of bits, but I'm not ashamed to say that I take pride in just talking badly, retaining control over my bodily functions, all the cruel bullshit I have had to under over the course of my sham of a friendship with him. Thank you for sharing. I'm sure you will also understand that I've had my fill of clowns basically ever, and if I ever find myself within no shot of him again, it will not even be to land my dagger into his tiny indigo blood pressure. He doesn't even deserve that kind of standoff. Let it go and don't let him get to you. You don't need him. I know that. Jeez, you think I've been a complete fucking wreck to spat years solely because of my absolute shame over more? No, I've been a complete fucking wreck for a myriad of different and non strictly related reasons. But thank you for this recap of the life lessons we have learned here today. I'm merely passing along some practical advice. It's a bad idea to depend on someone else to judge yourself. You don't need help, especially not you in the department of judging yourself. The more trial familiar seems to suggest otherwise. No, that's not what I mean. Your life can't get revolving around one person. Uh, so a subject? My whole life doesn't revolve around you anymore. Well, it seems like it sometimes. All of you skulking around, Victor, and you having nothing better to do with your time. You could at least ask John Dave and I in Canton if you wanted. I, I'm sorry. Those are actions I'm proud of inside. We have all common relation that pass me the mirror, right? And the only become one is true to me. Yes, I know. You and your selfless finished cycle of self-loving. Back on that environment and listen to me. We all have made stupid mistakes. I don't think any of us is innocent on that front. It's not like you are in a unique situation for distracting yourself. Even if by constantly arguing with your past and future selves in a never-ending loop of nubby holes and scrunching, you are definitely picking the behemoth with especially averted stake. What I'm trying to say is that your situation isn't all that you like. Well, thanks. That makes me feel much better. I knew you would take it that way. Sorry. I guess my way was wasn't what it was. The point is, I was trying to get around to is not to rag on you, just that it was that kind of lunatic bullshit that made it easier to hang out with Dave. Or at least I thought it made it easier to hang out with Dave, because we all had our problems, even him. Nowhere to go but the crown, which was at least a good game of cat and best to take one man's mind off things. For a while, until the fighting began and the Fago started to flow. Is that my taste in main spectacular? In fairness, it looked like you had a wide array of spectacular choice set out before you, at least without staying into the wonderfully iffy territory of an ectophilic relationship. Like you and me now. Holy shit, leave that out of this. But I see your point. Maybe attempting to get away from our problems, I ran to the clue list. Was possible option and couldn't get myself away, and eventually didn't want to, because I thought I deserved it. Problems as in Vesca? Little bit, yes. That's one of the big things I've wound up kicking myself over in my repercussions blade. I had my fair share of screw ups over the course of the chapter 2. I don't know if I had to call it a screw up. I might be able to see all possible outcomes and what the fuck ever like you can, but it doesn't take a genius to know that throwing a little circus spice into the stew of our shit we had brewing would probably have not made the mess any less revolting. Fortunately for you, it seems we gained enough of the upper hand on the chaos of life to have around a few minutes to pause and collect a few of the many ships we have lost. Maybe if we find enough of them, we can get through this game in one piece. Perhaps. And then we can talk about more later. Can I still have to do a Genesis frog business on Lolaf? Okay. Good luck. Can and I will be on Trollian if you need us. And remember that it wasn't me that beat the contest to the mission, it was a metaphorical law book. Thank you for the roasting speech, Mr. Leader. And remember, no more killing my friends. You, tell your male friend that I'm really sorry about the killing. And you, don't stab anyone, or I will be very hungry. Oh, hi Jane. Are you alright? I had some sort of rubber rope thing over here. It's nothing I can handle. These two naughty doggies showed up and I'm setting them straight. I need to send her to visit an old friend. And Jack, well, I'll probably keep an eye on him. He's not well behaved. That seems wise, yes. How are you so sure he can be trusted to not dissemble us? He would hurt me. He had to arrange for me to be blown up once and then he was sorry about it. And he wouldn't stab Dave directly when I was watching. He had to be tricky. Besides, if he surprises us, most of us can die permanently. So if I'm careful and watch him closely, we should be alright. How heartwarming. At any rate, I hope you know what you're doing. I find trust much of anything not to try to try us anymore. They are probably the least of the treats. The white one wouldn't have hurt anyone if Dave hadn't tried to get my body away from her. Jack, okay, Jack would have hurt someone no matter what, but he's under control now. The one did deserves the best last time, but that entire scenario seems to specifically engineered to us in as soon as things went wrong. Did you notice that? I left a little early, but yes, some reports it seemed like for a bunch of immortal gods were killed off pretty quickly. I expected Gautier to be more of a protection. I know, such an embarrassment. I spent one part not to study myself and the other part to sleep. I don't know what it's like for anyone else, but I guess for us that meant it was just. Well, it could have been heroic, not with the things I did. I go when you eliminate the impossible. That's sad, thinking that Skaya thought we deserved to be dead. Of course, my death wasn't permanent after I died this time under similar circumstances, so perhaps we are victims of a Skyan clearance sale. Doom timeline, everyone must go. Maybe. It would be nice to think of it that way. No matter what, we should make sure that never happens again. Yes, we must keep an eye on the Countess as she doesn't get up to her old tricks. It seems like our troll friends have that under control. It's funny seeing them again after all these years. I suppose it's strange for you having aliens running around. That takes some getting used to. Yeah, here I was thinking all this time Calliope was pulling my leg somehow, and even when I got used to the fact that she wasn't, that's another thing to see one for yourself. Oh my, and seeing Carol passes in person for the first time. The White Queen was nice. She gave me a King Spectre. It was my fuck smell from. I think they are different kind of aliens, but yes, it's a shock. I remember finding out that all the goofy kids on the internet yelling at me were actually aliens, and I was really surprised. I thought it explained a lot. Suddenly, all the inexplicable little Pentecostals just drop into place, don't they? Like finding the final clue in the mystery. It certainly explains the vocabulary. Also knowing that Betty Crocker is in fact an evil alien makes all my brothers run things suddenly a lot less silly. I'm amazed I've not got a big fat I told you so from any of my teammates on the front, and if I just listened to them about the crook attack. It wasn't your fault. The Empress must have been planning that for a long time. Even so, I had every warning. You think with my future friend's constant proselytism about the family business, and the first sign of the evidence, I've been a stupid triatop, but no, I thought just abandoning it was enough. I'm the one who teleported into your head, so that's why it's on me. But you don't want to. That's something you never even could have thought to do if it hadn't been for the coolness, right? You don't even know such a thing existed. No, I never would have thought that to you, Jane. And I certainly didn't know that there were any evil alien technology tales going around. Not until she made me look. I suppose messing with you was one of the few things that wasn't allowed under my own compulsion. Hoo hoo! You're far from there, I'm afraid. Oh, you too? Yes. I did things I'm not proud of, not even of the others, like forgive me, Savantas back there. There was no reason at all for me to do what I did and say what I said, but I wanted it anyway. I think we understand since you know you and myself with Karkat. Yes, I'm afraid that was me setting down some old scores. They were so old I don't think anyone was keeping score anymore. I don't even think I was. There's somewhere I must have been. It's not nice to see that in yourself or have other people see it. I suppose I could say the same for the most part, but my predicament was more recent. I said I wasn't angry about it anymore, but once I had that around my head, I just felt like suddenly I could get away with getting an final word. And I guess I did use the final word with what I did. Go ahead and put a pin in it because it's over and done. I can see how the situation would have turned out like I hoped though. But no, but how could it be right for me to get my way after that anyhow? So in a way, I got exactly as I deserve. Did you remember what it felt like? Like you could do anything, the whole world was there for you to do what you wanted, and no one else mattered? Do you think the Empress feels like that all the time? I'm mostly sorry for her. Yes, that was actually what it was like. And for a moment it was a relief, because I spent so long trying to be the good girl. After stepping aside to keep the peace, I could finally bust free from the shell. And then you think you can do anything, be anything, and never feel a moment of the consequences because no one can or will dare raise a hand against you. And the second I was out of that mindset, I could hardly face myself. How long do you have to hold that kind of power that you no longer feel that guilt? And how do you push that onto someone thinking you're doing them a favor? Maybe she never had a reason to feel bad about the things she did, or at least never let herself feel that way. She thought that what she wanted. Was she right about us? Ah, I don't want it, not anymore at least. I never want to put myself in the kind of position where I can get lost in a poor trip again. I don't want to be like that either. That has to come for something. That's why I tried so hard, but now they know. I still don't know what to say to one of them. I haven't tried because I feel so bad about what I did, but I also have all of these other feelings and I can't pretend they're not there anymore. Do you ever worry you don't feel the right way about your friends? Like you should be more patient or nicer or better somehow? And whatever you're doing isn't good enough, as so you try and try, but that just makes it all even more frustrating. Heh, haha, oh boy, hoody woody. I could tell you some tales, but I'd rather not recount the exact things I have told. Because given what I know now, I'll do it if I can get away with it. And I'm not just speaking about when I had the coldest powers backing me up. There was another incident earlier, prior to all of that. An accident falling sentiments that I expressed under the tear top. Much the chagrin of those on the receiving hand. Sometimes I think our lives are nothing but a series of incidents, dramatic pauses included. Oh, Fui, tales like this are at the best when there's proper pacing. But yes, I never want to lose control of myself like that again. Prop me up as a neat text line into a galactic empire, and suddenly I think I can leverage that for adultery awful things against someone I called a friend. Or drop my restraint with other methods and, well, I don't really want to discuss details, but after my not so good turning on a dime as doing donuts around it, I think my friends will be right to never trust me again. I wanted to be nice and trustworthy and helpful. They weren't supposed to say anything else. But I guess Calliope was right. It's not a thing anymore. It only made things worse for all of us. Now they really never trust me. You spoke with Calliope? How? How is she? I thought she was dead. She's doing fine. Besides being dead anyway, but she was safe and I left her. I met her in the bubbles while I was unconscious. We're going to rescue her somehow. And if you don't know the details yet, I promise that's something good I can do. Yes, count on me on what in on that if you can. I've a lot of things returning to do. I might as well start somewhere. Well, maybe we'll be lucky and your friends will forgive us. Although if they don't, I won't blame them. Me neither. I don't know if you saw, but it seems Jack can hardly stand to be in the same room with me now, and I don't blame him. I just wish he would yell at me or something instead of trying to get away as fast as those scams can carry him. Otherwise, I think I might have broken him? Is it strange I prefer him being absolutely livid with me to that? I would prefer if any of my friends argued when I was got nasty. No, no, that makes sense. I feel like I'm tiptoeing around everyone right now because I'm scared of what they might say and what I might say. Having it all out and over with might be easier, and so that doesn't mean I'm feeling up to tracking everyone down and explaining. Maybe I'll work up to it. He won't say anything though, and it's part of the problem. That could be a problem, yes. Maybe I will talk to him later. Otherwise, very talkative in his letters. It's been a rough couple of months. Let's put it at that. I don't want to push him not after what I did, but if you would just lay the effing blame on me, I would feel better. You know how guilty I feel that you bought all of my codes travel Hutani? Uh, I don't know what Hutani means. Sorry, I don't mean you. We just talked, Jack and I, right before your commotion with the god dogs. It was awkward. Oh, at least you tried. Since I woke up, I said one thing to John, and that's pretty much it. I will have to do more than that eventually. It's progress. I don't see what else to call it. It's something. And since we're not evil or asleep or dead, I'm going to decide what makes it a good thing. It has to be right. That is true. We're done with an unbeatable boss too. Yes, that's a good thing. The press is working with us and Jack is under control. Step by for the paracapas, back dog! But anyway, things are better than they were. Hopefully they will keep getting better. And if there are any consequences to our actions, we will have to handle them gracefully, I guess. You're right. I could definitely be worse. This Reese seems to got Jack's optimisms and my, well, anger problems. Hehe, I guess so. I'm not sure how much of the optimism is real though. I'm used to something positive no matter what, even if I don't feel that way. But John did just bring us all back from the dead, so do feel good about that. And even though I regret everything I've done, I feel a little bit better now that I know I can't pretend anymore. I have to stop lying to them and to myself, even if the prospect is a little frightening. Anger is powerful and maybe a little addictive, mostly because you know you're not supposed to yell and stomp around like a damn hooligan, so you press it down inside. And then, when it comes out, it feels so good to finally say it, to keep doing it until you said and done things you can never take back. And then, yes, people are tiptoeing around you and you around them and you don't know when you're going to get lost in that inferno again and make it worse. So perhaps it's better to not have to shut it down like that until it builds up like it does. Don't give it time to build up that momentum. And if people don't like you, you are because you express yourself, well, they can judge to with up their bums. Lol, I'll keep them in mind. I'm not sure if I like who I am that then either, but I guess I should get to know her first. Well, if you ever need somebody to talk to. Okay, I don't have a good track record of being someone has sort of to cry on, but I try. I can in mind. A lot of command now. Maybe too much. That's very strange how it all checks out. Although you're technically my mother, although I don't think I would be thinking of you that way. I'm sure some times ago I would have been totally delighted about that, but given Jack's and my present difficulties, I don't know. It's very strange. Our family? It's very, very strange. I don't think John really thinks about Jack that way either. It depends on who we grew when you growing up. Except it looks like Roxy was excited about everyone, but Roxy seemed very enthusiastic. I'm happy to think of you as just a similarly aged relative. I don't spend too much time around girls my age or any age. I've had Roxy, but Roxy is a party, let's say. I'll be honest and say that sometimes she's very difficult. But she's still a friend, I suppose. I'm glad to see that she's okay. As one version of her dying in Jim Bubbles. Oh no! Did something happen? Apparently, there were another version of her. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember saying something to that effect to John Rose when I was still under the TR influence. Oh no, poor old Roxy. That's terrible business, I think. Not getting more of English when you sleep, I guess. Still, that's so sad. At least she's kind of okay, right? This Roxy is okay, yes. The other one, no. Those are the rules, usually. And those are anything we can do about it then, unless we want another bout of breaking from John. No, that's nothing we can do. It is still sad though. Sometimes the rules seems very unfair. even if we have broken them more than our fair shares of times already. But speaking of relatives, Dirk said something about his bro being his brother, despite the fact that he knew they weren't actually brothers, though we saw, not as they were the same age. Perhaps that was also the terminology you're wishing for? Hmm. I remember my grandpa used to keep a bunch of silly bullet pictures of ladies on the annex, and I used to think of them almost as sisters because I was very lonely. Having a real person would definitely be an improvement, and that takes away some of the touchiness of calling someone my age my mother. I'm all for it. Definitely so. I never did have so many female friends in my life, just Roxy, really. As the Empress, of course, we cannot forget her. Of course, but I prefer an influence with less, literal, non-consensual influence. Artemis was you during our trip to the station. She was very nice and friendly, but she could be a little cryptic at times. Did you know you love the same way? Do we? Hoo hoo. Hehe. Yes, that is indeed my signature entrance. Hoo hoo hoo. Strange to think about another me growing up in another universe. She told me she grew up under the Empress shadow. You might have come one common like to think. Maybe you should talk to her sometime. And I'm curious to hear what happened to me without absorbing anyway. I don't know much about her, but from what I've heard, she was a very interesting woman. You'd probably be better off asking Jake. I'll have to do that sometime. It's a fun idea imagining how things would change. I still have a hard time thinking what my life would be like if I hadn't played this game. Even with everything that has happened, I'm glad I was able to meet everyone. You could try asking Dirk too. He's apparently very knowledgeable on the lore of what happened to cause her death, downfall. Her downfall? Oh, that's right. I guess it looks sort of through that. Yep, apparently there's a whole story behind that. Roxy was trying to tell me for years and years, but I wrote it off as drunken silliness. I guess poor hearts get destroyed no matter what you do. Rip everyone. Poor little planet. I just still get it. I imagine you will work some kind of magic in our universe or something to at least make it inhabitable again. Yes, I have it. He has to go into the universe. We have to make to fulfill some kind of time loop, but I'm not sure if we will get to go with it. I am not unclear or the details will still. I will let our seals handle that. They seem to be making lots of plots and plans. Well, if they help to get us away from the cool deaths, I trust a judgment. Me too. Rose helped us get this far. I don't really know Terezi, but she kept Dave alive for a while, and when she has to get him killed, it's confusing, but this one it is like what trolls. Or less that's kind of a mess. But maybe it was the dark ages before dawn of scenario. Things seem to be on up and up. Yes, yes they are. Hopefully they will keep doing that way, even for us, whether we deserve it or not. Yes. And hopefully we can make amends somehow. We'll have to try to find a way, and you can talk to me about it, sister? Sister, and I was sort of